Welcome to the Mesa Chamber of Commerce Inside Business Podcast. My name is Sally Harrison. I'm the president and CEO of the Mesa Chamber of Commerce. Today, we are in the University of Phoenix podcast studio, and joining me is chamber member and the sponsor of our podcast studio, the University of Phoenix. This works well. Today, we're starting a new series with the University of Phoenix. Today is episode 1. It's called How Entrepreneurship Thrives During a Pandemic, presented by the University of Phoenix College of Business. Speaking to his direct experience as thriving entrepreneur during the pandemic, Dr. Ahmed Omar provides timely examples of capitalizing on emerging business trends and pivoting to meet consumer demands. Dr. Omar is a practitioner, faculty member at the University of Phoenix, holds a doctorate in business administration, DBA, and is a certified fraud examiner, CFE. Welcome to the show, Dr. Omar.
Thank you, Sally. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for being here. It's good to have you in the studio with us. We appreciate it. And we do have a lot to cover, so let's get started.
Sure.
All right. So, Ahmed, you have done something that most people would think is impossible. You've expanded your Mesa business during the pandemic. Tell us why you chose this difficult time to expand your business.
Well, Sally, I am fortunate enough to have had the opportunity before the pandemic to begin to design a business that utilizes technology and innovative operation. During the pandemic, everyone realized how important technology is. Since we were well prepared in the business, it was encouraging for us to expand the business. I have learned that every crisis can become with an opportunity. Many restaurants were struggling, especially at the beginning of the pandemic. They're still struggling. They are not able to keep up with changing wants and needs of the customers. When I look at what people want and need during the pandemic, I realized that people wanted quick, convenient, safe takeout food options. Therefore, I decided to provide pizza and wings restaurants with a focus on takeout food. In fact, I'm also building additional locations in the East Valley.
That's exciting. That's really exciting. Good for you. So, what were some of the opportunities that were created by the pandemic that you took advantage of?
Well, first of all, there were many empty restaurant locations because of the pandemic, because of the business closing. Many of the closed restaurants already had food preparation areas and walk-in refrigerators, equipment. Even more important to new businesses, the landlords were really willing and eager to rent the spaces. I was able to rent locations at a reduced rate of rent or below the pre-pandemic real estate prices. So that was encouraging. Also, it was really win-win situation for me because of the technology used and the business model I have. I was able to acquire locations at attractive prices, and the landlords were able to fill vacant spaces. So it was a win-win to them as well. The customers are able to fulfill their needs for fast, affordable takeout food and safe in a safe environment. We prepared our locations for safety as well. In addition, during the pandemic, new online platform businesses and partners were created to help small businesses, such as delivery partnerships or platforms. That contributed a great deal to our success in reaching out to more customers and delivering food to their doors. Also, automation between POS system, the point of sales, the cash register system that we use, and online platform helped us a great deal in operating the business more efficiently and effectively.
That's awesome. You astutely evaluated the opportunities during the pandemic. What were some of your challenges, and what did you do to meet those challenges?
As you might expect, I had to meet all zoning and permit requirements. The City of Mesa Economic Development team was most helpful in helping us obtain the permits. So the permits were issued by the city, and I took advantage of the helpful guides and resources provided by Mesa Chamber of Commerce.
That's great. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. Do you believe your approach will be viable after the pandemic?
Yes, so sustainability was the main tactic in developing our business. I want to make sure we continue the business afterwards. Uh, we wanted to establish a business that sustains itself, utilizing technology that over time increases market share. As a result, our business is growing, and we're expecting the growth to continue even after the challenging time. In addition, we are entering a new normal where people who have not lost their jobs have been saving their money after the pandemic uh, subside the pent-up demand for eating out, and restaurants will benefit my restaurant, of course.
Well, your entrepreneurship is definitely impressive. What suggestions would you have for other entrepreneurs?
I'm very passionate about the food business. I have opened and operated restaurants for over about 20 years. I believe there are great opportunities in the food industry. Um, and whether you choose to become a franchisee or open your own food business, I encourage such opportunity. However, it requires dedication, hard work, attention to details. I recommend for any entrepreneur that they get experience to uh, maybe in the food business or field by working for a restaurant or a franchise to become familiar with the industry first, and then seek any guidance, training, counsel. I recommend attending webinars and reviewing the city's Chamber of Commerce to utilize their resources and that available to help businesses and owners and entrepreneurs, of course.
That's great. Well, there are a lot of resources available. People just have to, take advantage of those that are out there.
I agree, definitely.
Well,
Very.
thanks for being with us today. Do you have anything else you want to talk about? Any other parting words?
No, thank you. Just like to thank you for taking the time to chat with me about the business. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Dr. Omar, for joining us today on the Inside Business Podcast. You can find all of our episodes of the Inside Business Podcast at iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, or your own favorite podcast website. You can also find them online at mesachamber.org. Thank you so much.